It was in the middle of April 2010, and my unit was back in the States from Afghanistan, and we were demobilizing at Camp Shelby. Everything had been going well at Camp Shelby at this point. The days were relaxed, and I was actually getting a full night's sleep, and by full I mean about 4 to 5 hours compared to the 0 to 2 hours I was getting downrange. But there was this one night I woke up in the middle of the night. It seemed to be around 2 or 3 in the morning. I felt that I was awakened by something other than just my usual insomnia. I believe that I was awoken by a feeling that something was about to happen, but I didn't know what. I looked around the barracks and I didn't see anything, but the feeling was still there. I stayed awake for a few more minutes, scanning the room before starting to drift back to sleep. As soon as I fell back to sleep, from out of nowhere, I felt this insane amount of pressure on my chest, and I saw a man with a pale face, black combed over hair, with Vietnam-era Class A's pushing down on my chest. My first thought was, what the hell? I was paralyzed, literally. I couldn't feel anything below my waist. I had this tight knot in my throat that kept me from being able to yell out or say anything. My legs had this numbing feeling, and no matter what I tried, I couldn't move them. It took me a second to realize what was happening, and when I did, I had the realization of what was going on. I freaked the hell out. All I was able to do was just stare at this man, holding me down, making it hard for me to breathe. He finally let off my chest and began what seemed to be violently shaking me by grabbing my shoulders, although I wasn't moving. This shit seemed like it was going on for forever. As he was shaking me, he started yelling something, but it was inaudible. Mouth just moving, no words coming out. At this point, the fear began to subside and was being replaced with pure anger. I just looked at him and mouthed the words, "Get off," as he was shaking me. His maniacal demeanor subsided and he stopped to look at me with a look of confusion. I mouthed the words, "Get the hell off me." I began looking around just to see if anybody else was awake and seeing this stuff, but there was no one. No one I could see anyways. So after mouthing these words, the ghost then stood up, walked to the foot of my bunk, and stared at me for a few seconds with his head cocked to the side, still looking confused. Then he turned around and faded through a wall. After a minute, I pushed the blankets off, which were completely drenched in sweat. I was trying to figure out what I should do, if anything. The night's silence was horrible after that. The sounds inside the barracks were amplified. My guard was up, and there was no possibility of any more sleep that night. I've only told my wife this, but only because she has had her own encounters with spirits. I still think about it every now and again. Choking it up to be fatigue from all the stuff we did before and during the transit home, or maybe it was just a nightmare. A very vivid and realistic nightmare. I just don't know though. I am still not sure if what I went through was real, but I do question it quite a bit.